Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back. So today we've got a reaction that hits close to home. My home state of Texas. This is near Austin. Supposedly they found 115 million year old prints from what the title says. I'm interested to see what happens. They said the floods cleared a little bit of debris and things away so we could see. Let's see what they're talking about. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
For a month after floods swept through central Texas, cleanup efforts continue in Sandy Creek.
As residents sift through debris, a piece of prehistoric history was uncovered. KVU's Brianna Perez takes a closer look at the dinosaur fossil that was found and what experts had to say.
As cleanup continues in Sandy Creek, a piece of history was uncovered.
So whenever there's any kind of cataclysmic event, floods, things that are very destructive to our human experience, they also are uncovering a lot of new fossils.
That's cool if you think about it like that. Yeah, those floods were terrible and it destroyed a whole lot of stuff. But those things that were destroyed also uncovered things that were underneath. So that's kind of interesting, I think, when you look at it from that perspective.
Paleontologist at UT Austin says he was called out to take a closer look.
Along Sandy Creek are these three-toed bird-like tracks.
Paleontologists came out here.
That's awesome. Three-toed bird-like tracks. So that's a big old bird.
Sandy Creek area to take a look at the newly uncovered fossils for themselves. And when they got here, they say that they were actually located on private property, making it hard to see. They say that they were covered in vegetation, but once that flood came through, it exposed the new track.
So we think that this probably came from a dinosaur like Acrocanthosaurus, which was a big meat-eating theropod dinosaur. So it walked on two legs. It superficially would have looked kind of like a Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, wow, okay. So yeah, that does look like a T-Rex. Definitely not a bird. Kind of off on that one. I don't see any wings. And I really hope that this guy can't fly. I'm really hoping for that. Wow.
Species lived about 40 million years apart.
Brown says this dinosaur lived more than 115 million years ago. And around that time, it was not uncommon to see a handful of different species of dinosaurs in central Texas, including big plant eaters like sauropods.
So to be able to see the footprints, this track in the ground on the site where these dinosaurs were actually walking really sort of brings home the reality that these were living creatures that would have been, you know, if we lived 115 million years ago, would have been sharing the environment with us.
That's crazy. But yeah, most definitely. But no, I don't believe we would be sharing the environment at all. I don't believe if they were still here, if dinosaurs were still here, that we would even be here, if I'm being real honest. There's a reason they went extinct. Because with them, I don't think we could have survived. You want to wake up in the morning and take that on every day? One of the thousands of other things? We already get our asses whooped from nature. Already. You got bears out there, and you want to add dinosaurs into the mix? No.
Next, they plan to use drones for aerial photography and laser surface scanners to create 3D replicas to study the area. Brown advises anyone who comes across a fossil during the flood cleanup to take a photo and email it to experts so they can examine it later without damaging the discovery.
Awesome. If I happen to find a fossil, I will definitely take a picture and send it in. How awesome would that be? What if I found a new dinosaur? I'd name it. I don't know what yet. We'll have to think of a name. Names for my dinosaur? Let me know down in the comments. But as always, that was a very interesting watch. I think that's awesome that they found a possible new dinosaur, or at least dinosaur tracks, down there in Austin, or around Austin, they said. Very interesting watch, but thanks again for tuning in. Leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think about that video. And as always, I'll see you again soon.